Hey guys, so I figured because I got some compliments on some of my videos that was helpful, I'll show you guys what I like to do on Aberration and if I have to go to work to still get resources. So I basically leave my PlayStation on for rendering with this character. Now, a little bit of lag, there we go. So, well, there's a lag, love it. I'm using gachas on app. So I'm going to show you in this video that you don't have to be on a map where you can use flyers like owls for the pellets. Now, make no mistake, I'm not saying this is better. I'm saying you can still make it work. You just have to level the gachas as high as possible in crafting. See, like this one's got 162. And if possible, put a few points into weight, but it's not necessary because you can just keep throwing stone on the ground and the gachas will pick it up. Now, as some of you might know from other videos, I like to use a tech suit and a tech rifle when I'm doing Rockwell for farming um, the dermis or just helping people out on alpha, getting them through. So, no matter if you play gamma or alpha, if the gas balls hit you, they do a lot of damage. I hate this earthquake mechanic they changed on Aberration, by the way. It used to be if you put the shaking like off, this was like hardly doing anything, but now you can see the camera is still shaking quite a bit. Uh, this happened after patch 5.5 for the Unreal Engine, and I hope they can change it back just slightly because it's very annoying. Anyways, um, what do you need for tech, right? So tech suits, tech rifle, you're gonna need black pearls, you're gonna need poly, which, as I've shown, I think I've shown in a video, or if not, I will make a video about it. On app, there's an organic poly spot, so poly is not the issue. Crystal, yeah, you can farm crystal. And even on Aberration, I know some really good spots. I know on the islands, the Hunter Cave is fantastic. I can make a video about that. And I know on Extinction, you can just go in the city with a Dodie and a car key and just hit the lanterns and you get electronics and crystal, all that. But let's say you're going to work, you don't mind leaving your PlayStation on and that your character, as long as you don't disconnect, stays in the tech bed and is rendering, right? Now, the setup is not complete because I'm cloning this female on Extinction right now, but she can do Black Pearls and Crystal. Now, this is Black Pearls. The same couple is over here. So they're doing Black Pearls. So that's four guys just doing Black Pearls. And then a female is being cloned because I have a male here that does element dust, but also crystal. So that female will be cloned and put here. So then you have one pair doing crystal. Crystal actually goes pretty decent with the gachas. And I got four gachas doing black pearls because they go a little bit slower. But I was getting low and I had like 2,000 black pearls yesterday. And I went to work and I filled up only this couple with stone. Just this couple. They had stone. I threw extra boxes on the floor, like I really filled them up. Went to work, came back, still online, didn't disconnect. And yeah, did that two times, I believe. And look now, we're back on 9,117 black pearls. So it does work. And that was just one gacha pair. So I was like, today, if I have to go to work, I want at least two pairs working together for black pearls and at least one pair for crystal, because for crystal we actually put them on crystal or that female one day for a couple hours. So the male was doing black pearls and the female was like, I had like nothing, no crystal. I was a little bit lazy farming. She brought it back up, just her alone, to 4,000 crystal in just a couple hours. Like, and I'm not doing anything. I was just doing laundry and stuff. So let me do the commands first. Cloud. I always like to do shadow quality. Yes, fog. So, what do you need? I like to use two doughies. Keep them on neutral. Make sure harvest only is on stone. And always turn off the victim item collection. If they do kill a megalo or whatever, they're not getting filled up with other stuff. Karki. Level. Nice. So these are top stat Dodicarus and they're trades. It's nothing special. Like this was an extra one. I put Aberrant Carrier on it. Never really use it, to be honest. Well, sometimes. This one has 3 mineral level 1 and Aberrant, right? And I leveled them basically only in weight. So here we go. Now, for those who are thinking, well, you know, this is way more effective on a flyer server. And why don't you do that? And I like playing on app, and it's nice and quiet. And if you get lucky and you don't disconnect, you can like really use the gachas that way. And I can make videos how to get black pearls on aberration. Because, you know, at the rock drake nest, there is good spots where you can find black pearls pretty easily. While riding a rock drake, you use the whip. At least in the old ARK, you can probably still do it on this one. So you don't have to hop off. You can use a whip to get black pearls, fill up the drake a bit, and then bring them up and, you know, rinse and repeat. The thing is, you have to go down there. You have to farm. You can do it in the water. You can farm Tusos or Alpha Mosas. And yeah. But I'm talking, you go to work or you're doing laundry or you have to visit family. You don't mind if your PlayStation is on and you get this set up. And even without the flyers, it still works. And a lot of people are surprised I do it. And that is actually working the way it is. So I thought I'd make a video. I can help people out. So that's where this video is all about. So all these rocks on the blue zone of aberration are metal. So the dodies, they get increased stone from these rocks. It really goes quick. Let me see, is it safe? It's all right. Now, they will keep farming, but like here, already black boxed. And then this one also black box. That's how quick this is. You saw I hardly got out of the base. It's ridiculous. And each Dodie should have like 30k of stone, which means I already got 60k of stone in total from that little run along the base. Like I wasn't even like, if you do this with Ankies for a metal run, well, you know, you guys have seen in another video, it's crazy. But with Dodies, it's even crazier because they get so much stone. So I only have like one Daddy because I use this for what's it called? the gachas basically to fill them up. Here you go. I got a good weight on this character, so it's pretty easy to empty them like this instead of throwing boxes on the ground. Yeah, you can see it's quite nice. That's 50k already. Now there were some stone in there. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is all from that one run. No, no, no. So even the Dodie that had 3 times aberrant carrier, he just keeps farming as well, even way overweight. So the trades, don't worry about the trades on the Dodicarus. Just don't worry about it. It helps with the weight for the Carcinos, but it's not super important. If you have a top stat Carcinos and just level in weight, you're good. You're good. And there we go. So basically, before I go to work, I set this up with as much stone as possible. It's ×2 right now. It's PvE official, for those who were wondering. So let's go back out there. Because, I got to go to work in like 2 hours. So I'm just setting up real quick. So I have plenty of stone to fill up all the gachas and more, so that I can really fill them up properly. I probably do a relog before I go, and then I do the commands, and then, just put the character in a tech bed and let the gachas do the work. And the Pego Mastax you can throw out on Ab as well. They will just pick up the crystals. And then when I come home from work, if I'm lucky, their character's still online. If not, he disconnected. Just hope that it was online long enough. So, basically all the stone has been used to produce black pearls, crystal, whatever you're using your gachas for. But since, I have to fix my tech suit and tech rifle quite often, and also I would love to make, if I find a good blueprint, the rock drake tech saddles, because those blueprints, the max armor is 223, but my best blueprint still costs, element wise, 3,500, and I know there's cheaper ones. I just haven't been lucky with the Drakelings yet. I have 3 or 4, but like the other ones are even more expensive. So yeah, if there's anyone who's watching these videos that has a good tech blueprint and is not using it or planning to use it, or wouldn't mind trading for it, why aren't you guys hitting that one rock? Anyways, yeah, if you have a rock drake blueprint tech that already black boxed, there you go. If it has like 2,000 or lower on the element cost, and all the other stuff is also low, I would be very interested in trading for tech for that blueprint. Very interested, because I like using drakes for all kinds of stuff. I'm a big fan of the drakes. So, yeah. All right, let's empty these, and I'll show you how I fill up the gachas. And that's basically the video. It's not complicated, and I think, gachas are well known to be used AFK. But a lot of people think you can only do it on a map where there's flyers, because you need the pellets. And yeah, it is more powerful. I'm not gonna argue or have discussions with people about that. Like, I'm the first person to admit, like, no, that's the way to go. But not many people know about this, that you can still make it work on aberration or even on a flyer map. You don't have owls. If you have a lot of metal nodes around your base, you can actually use stone, just stone, and just level the gachas and crafting skills as much as you can. And you can still get a nice AFK farm going on. And I'm even thinking about taming Agetina, the snails, just low level ones, like 10 to 15, and make a little box with a gacha on top. So he doesn't have time to eat. He's just going to collect the paste if you put them on wander like crazy. So you actually get a cementing paste AFK farm going on. I think it's well known as well. I have some ideas how to customize it a bit. But yeah. So just like that, we filled up 2 Dodies, both black boxed twice in this video. I'm gonna black box myself. And basically what you're gonna do, because I'm not leaving base too far, but even if you are, if you're out of render, they're not doing anything. So it's not like the stone just disappears like crazy. But I go in, while farming even, I already filled them up. You go in, bam. So there isn't much stone on these, right? But what you could do if you want to make sure they're actually getting some extra stone, you could throw like boxes on the ground like this. And they will start picking them up. And you can actually fill up a gacha with a lot of stone. Like it takes some extra time. I know it's annoying. It's annoying. Another earthquake. Oh man, I really wish they would change this. It's so annoying with the camera. Right? And then I'm gonna get the crystal going. It's just one gacha. Like we're cloning that Blackpool female still. That's okay. Here we are. Fill you up. Make sure you are producing crystal. And I'm also gonna throw a couple boxes on the ground for you. Nothing too crazy because they don't pick up that quickly. But yeah, I'll get it done. And you can see because the crafting is pretty high on these. I don't know if it's pretty high, but like decent. They'll start producing straight away. You also get structures, which I'm not interested in. Sometimes I keep the metal behemoth gates or something like that. But the main thing you want is the crystals, and you want a decent amount from the crystals. And the higher the crafting skill, the better it is. Um, so you're basically doing it without owl pellets. You're still able to get a decent amount, actually. Black pearls, crystal, whatever you want, really. Like for aberration, a lot of people will say, "Oh, you have to do element dust." Yeah, sure, you could. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, you could do that. Absolutely, I have done that in the past. I had like in that base, I can put 5 pairs of gachas without making the one, without making themselves sad because they need to have a certain distance from each other. But yeah, I made that work quite nicely, I have to say. But yeah, box. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Maybe it was a little bit of lag. So yeah, just once in a while I'll jump off and I'll check did they black box or not. Because they, yeah, this one is. And this one is. There you go again. So for those who are really wondering how fast this is going, it's ridiculous. You can fill them up so quick. And again, trades don't matter. This car Kinos, sorry, has almost 10,000 weight. They're both black box. One of them has mineral bearing, but the other one doesn't have at all. So even the one that has mineral bearing, level 1 3 times, if that one didn't have it, this Garkinos would be around, I would say, 7,000, maybe 7,500 weight. So that's kind of what you need if you want to fill up the Doedicurus. They are top stat though, so they have like 1100 melee with 100% imprint. But even still, I don't think you need that, if I'm being honest. I don't think you need any of that. Yeah, just like that. That was our third run. We already filled up the gachas just a bit. So they start producing while I'm still here. And I will show you in a minute what they made so far, even while farming and filling up this daddy. It's crazy. It's just really crazy how fast this goes. And you know, you're filling up this daddy so quickly. And let me cryo you. All right, number 2. Oh, interesting. This one can't move right now, but this one doesn't have the mineral bearing. So it is useful for that, I guess. But I mean, they have such high weight reduction. Like it can move already. Can even do a little sprint. How about that? So yeah, they're 1050 melee, 100% imprint, and I just leveled up their weight. Yeah, number 2. So yeah, insane amount of stone in a very quick time. Is that maxed out? Oh, that is maxed out. Oh, we just maxed out a daddy box in this video. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That wasn't planned, by the way. That was really like I saw the number and I was like, that could be maxed out. Yeah, that's a maxed out daddy box in this little video. Oh, that's not little. It's 24 minutes already. Still. So let's see. We can throw these on the ground real quick. All right. And see, they're already started to produce. These are all black pearls and of course structures that you get. And over here is the crystal. Oh, that didn't go that quick. Unfortunate. I mean, he was solo. Maybe he was picking up stones. I don't know. Let me show you just for finishing this video up to show you I actually got a decent amount of black pearls already. 182 and 33 on that one crystal. from this gacha. So imagine if you have a filled up Pegomastics, you could get an insane amount of crystal as well. And then, with a female over there, oh, it goes super quick. Anyways, guys, that's the video. So for those who were wondering how I get black pearls and crystal without doing really much for it, I just, when I go to work, I fill up gachas like this. I'll leave my PlayStation running, and metal is not the issue, and poly is not the issue to fix this stuff. So there you have it. Anyways, that's your AFK, and you can improve on this if you're playing on a server where you can use flyers. You can use the owls, the owl pellets. It's even better. But this is just to show you can do it without owls, and yeah, it's very nice. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one. Laters.